turn me up. I like my money like I like my niggas. Scream, face card, never decline, know what I mean. Act up and you gon' make me make a scene. Only time you hear my voice is when they play me on the screen. Got bad habits, I'm not the one you wanna keep. She a trap star, put that lady on a tree. Got her ass so shook, she shaking like an apple tree. Yeah, this life ain't meant for you, but baby girl, it's meant for me. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. What it do? This my boo, she from the south. We running man just like these bitches run they mouth. I got the juice, but they still claiming it's a drought. If I say I'm coming through, I'm about to flip the house. That boy crazy, say he tryna have my baby. Hold on, Slim Shady, just like Mariah, drive him crazy. Got him stressed, make him feel it in his chest. Ask him how it feel, just like a bullet with no vest. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me.
Yes, and I am using a speaker. And before I go live right now, after I'm finished with this video, I want y'all to know, from now on, if you're commenting something weird, rude, disgusting, or you're just being mean and trying to call me ugly and chopped and stuff, coming at me, coming for me in my live or something, or in the comments on one of my videos, you know what I'm doing? I'm just going to block you because I'm tired of it and y'all are getting on my nerves. It's because I'm not the 1, the 2, the 3, or the 4. Not even the 5. It's not the time or the place. I get paid to do this stuff. You do not. Let's not do this. Because I hate to block people's accounts. It gets on my nerves. And I bet you it's going to get on your nerves. So keep your comments. If they're rude, keep them to yourself.
Welcome back to the Vibers, the Blue Heart Gang. And if you're just getting here for the first time, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, click those notification bells so that you can know every time I go live or when I do another upload. Because now we are in a relationship and yeah, we got to get into this bullshit. Happy Thursday, Vibers. What is going on, everybody? What is up? Welcome. So listen, it's Thursday. What's going on, King 8 Hoods? What is going on? Shout out to the new members. Hey now, we are in a relationship and you know this. Let me know if y'all can hear this okay. T38040 says, took a flight to New York City. As a New York City BK native, we do not want you here, Clarence. Is Clarence there? Is Clarence there? What's going on, Mr. Skinny? What's going on? Don't take offense if one day I say Mr. Skinty, because I don't remember when I adapted that. But for some reason, I do stupid shit like that with words, even though clearly I have command over the King's English. But I like to fuck up words for sometimes, and skinny is one of them, okay? So, listen, this live really is just a kickback. Okay, it's literally just a kickback to talk a little shit, to be a little cheeky, and to invite those of you who believe that the bloggers are hating on Claressa, that we're just being unfair because we're jealous. We're jealous. So I don't even know how it is to operate as a jealous broad, but whatever. I'm willing to hear out whoever thinks I'm jealous. There are some comments that come in and say that we shouldn't be talking, and I'm sure Mr. Skinny, I'm sure you be getting those comments. I'm sure Sweet Ma gets those comments. I'm sure anyone that does wonderful, amazing content surrounding Claressa gets those types of comments. So like, I don't know. Look, CC says 1, 2, Claressa's coming for you. You know what the funny thing is this? So I by no means was a bad individual in school. And so I have to reference school because like that's where I probably did most of my physical altercations. I've only had two physical altercations as an adult. One of them, a bitch tried me. You know, I'm from Chicago. She tried me. And because I always look a lot younger than what I am, they were my age and they thought they could punk me. So I had to hem a bitch up in the bathroom, okay, because she got in my personal face and put her hands in my face and she thought she was gonna punk me. So I had to put her on her back. Okay. And another time I basically was helping a stranger out because her guy was jumping her. All right. So I don't really fight or whatever. But it's funny that people make these jokes about people wanting to like fight because someone else's might comment somehow. I bet you won't fight. What the no? What the fuck? I need to fight Clarissa for? First of all, I have children older than Clarissa. Why would I be fighting her? Secondly, it's like what? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but it's funny because my grandmother was just was talking to my husband the other day, and she was talking about how like when I was in high school, I had a bestie named Sharonda, and we literally ran to school. Like we used to whoop ass, like straight up. What's going on, Tanisha? Hey, girl, I was thinking about you. We used to whoop ass, okay? But I'm not necessarily proud of it. I'm not ashamed of it either. But like, I am a woman of mature age. I don't fight, okay? But I have been a concealing carrier for about 30 years now. And so, you know what I'm saying? Aaron said, you know what? If I thought that she would like if I thought I could win, which I don't. I mean, I don't train to fight professionally and I don't know how to fight professionally. Now, taekwondo, I would go around with her because in kickboxing and you know what? I'm going to pull it up and show you guys. I used to kickbox, not professionally, but it was a league out in the northwest suburbs of Illinois. I'm undefeated kickboxing, but of course, you know, the last time I had a bout was like 20 years ago. So, but like in taekwondo or some kickboxing, I might be able to get if I get back in optimal shape. I might be able to give her a little run, but she could fight. I'm not even about to like. I'm not gonna take nothing from her. That is a professional boxer. Okay. But yeah, so I'm getting tired. Hold on, let me see what you guys are saying. Let me see what y'all are saying. I hate missing the comments. But unlike Clarissa, trolls don't get me unhinged. I'm gonna say what I got to say or whatever, and I'm not the celebrity. So, I don't feel like, I need a publicist or anything. I ain't there yet. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Um, AK Jordan, you're funny. Okay. Um, let me see. Let me see. Nobody jealous of Butch Magnus. Now, Muffin, why would you say that? That is some really ignorant shit to say. Why would you even say that? Okay. Why would you even say that? But yeah. So I don't know if any of you guys got a chance to see the video, but I did drop a video with some tea in it, okay? But I have to redo it because I made a mistake, deleted the wrong one, uploaded the wrong one. That's that old lady shit that I be doing, right? Made a mistake and uploaded the wrong one. The audio was a little bit messed up or whatever, so I promised to have it out. But here's the gist of it. And this is what I need the Clarissa weirdos to understand. And I'm gonna tell you guys this before I go and shout out a sponsor. And let me know. Wait a minute. Am I near you in Loves Park, McChesney Park? You know what? I have a funny story about Loves Park and McChesney Park, in that area. Years ago, I want to say, mm, this was back when I was saved, honey. When I was saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost. I used to go to Love's Park a lot, but no, I'm in Vegas now, Muffin. I'm in Vegas. But when I raised my kids in the northwest suburbs, like around like Palatine, Schaumburg, that area, that's what I'm talking about. But let me see. Clarence got cooking with Frank's channel deleted and Miriam. You know what? How many of y'all know about the Umar segment? I've heard about that. I heard about the mess going on with Mary Ann possibly being behind Frank's channel coming down, and that's the damn shame that which I didn't get a chance, and I hate it because I heard that his channel was really popping or whatever, but I never got a chance to see any of his content. I don't know if he's on TikTok or anything like that, but everybody told me that Frank had a cool channel. I hate that because, even if he makes a channel and people start, reporting him or whatever, they'll take it down. Y'all know I went through that for years. I went through that for years. Like I would make a channel, um bitches get mad and delete it, and then actually for the first 2 or 3 times I didn't understand that once YouTube deletes your channel, you're never supposed to possess another one. They just started giving some of us like what they call a second chance, let us come back or whatever, but they weren't doing that at first. When you got kicked off, you were kicked off. I hate that he did that. I hate that they did that. Okay. Um, so it's just a shame. It's just a shame. So, oh, my bad. My bad. Okay. That's just a family group chat that needs to be paused. But yeah, so Claressa says she's going to sue Tasha K. I think she said she was going to get after some bloggers. Didn't she mention suing bloggers too and all this kind of stuff? What is she going to sue Tasha K for? Can somebody please tell me? What is she suing Tasha K for? Okay. Glenn said, "Are you allowed and will you recontinue talk about am I allowed? Are you serious, Muffin? Am I allowed to talk about anybody? Like was there some sort of prohibition that I didn't know about? I just don't really have the desire to talk about Nesto them. I did kind of want to talk about some of the latest things that happened. Um Probably on my other channel or maybe not, but didn't really I feel like that sector got overran with the redundancy of the content and there's no growth there, and it got kind of corny. So, and people, there's enough people talking about the same from the same exact, perspective. So if I can't add a little bit different, a little different spin, a little bit, a little, different kind of value or whatever, I don't really want to do it. I think that the people that are currently reporting on Nesto on a daily basis, they're doing a great job. So, they're doing a great job. They don't need me. Let me see what Mixtress Monica says. She says, I thought she was focused on her man, her man, her man, her man. Yeah, well, first of all, why does she have to, when she talks about him and she posts, she says, like, I saw a post today and I'll drop the link if anybody wants to come up, or do y'all want me to make it to where we can call in? Do y'all want to call in? Do you want me to drop the link so you guys can jump on the panel? But long story short, y'all, this is my thing. Why does she have to announce me and my man Papoose? You are my man, Like it's this weird declaration, right? To those of you that are saying that everybody is jealous, we are all hating and all of this kind of stuff. Okay. So yeah. Oh no, no, no. Look, baby, I didn't think it was no shade. It was just when you said am I allowed, I didn't understand that. Cause I'm a Taurus, baby. We don't like to be told what to do. So and I don't like nobody telling me what I can't do either. So I thought that's what I thought that you were implying, that someone said that I couldn't talk about Nesto. So that's it. Um, hey girl, how are you? Missed you. Papoose is in New York City partying with Remy. Don't say that. Don't say that. D said, "Hey Nyla, Tasha went off on Claressa last night on her app. I'm sure she's going to put it on YouTube, baby. She deserved it because honestly, in my opinion, Tasha gives her a lot of grace that she did. A lot of people, I believe that I have given Claressa grace. I feel like I have, because if anybody is familiar with me, like if I want to go in, I will go in epic proportions, but I have been keeping it cute, keeping it about, that, like talking about her behaviors. I don't know whether that's perceived as hate or jealousy. People talk about public figures. That's what we do. I don't know what's wrong with these people, but I'm sick of it. I'm really sick of it. Okay. There are people, look, I get a good old kiki from those IG accounts that be dragging her, baby. That should be hilarious. That shit is hilarious. And yeah, Tasha does give her grace. I mean, look, I feel like most of the women that are a little bit older are giving her grace because there's so much you could go into on this. Like, it's like, it's embarrassing. But let's go to break for 1 second. We got to shout out Lano. And for those of you that did not get a chance to catch my video because I screwed up the audio, so I'm going to re-upload it. I'm going to tell y'all what the tea is and what's in the video, because there's a reason why some of us have this visceral response to her. There's a reason why a lot of us just like, it's just, you know how like you can't explain it, because I see a lot of people say, I tried so hard to like her. I'm trying hard to like her. I want to like her. I promise y'all, I swear before Jesus and 12 white men, I tried to like her for a good 15 minutes, right? But the more I tried, the more she did bullshit that just made me like, I cannot. I cannot. Hey, head of my class, I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Like, it's just this, you know how like you instantly, how people sometimes you don't know exactly what it is, but it's something there. It's because you know it's something in that energy. It's something in that behavior. Okay. What did CC said? CC said Claressa wants status and fame. If someone shinier than Pat paid her attention, she would drop Pat. I think if we didn't pay attention to Papoose, if it wasn't so scandalous, and I feel like that needs to be broken down too, because people are trying to act like we are acting like this is the first time we've ever seen a woman be with a man that's not divorced yet. That is not it. That is not it. This is the first time we're seeing someone compromise their entire brand and their future and their integrity for an affair that could have been kept behind the scenes until shit gets cleared up. You know what I mean? But that's the only thing. And like, she's so brazen with it, and she's like, I guess, viewing it as confidence or whatever. And then, you know, her hood booger support system, I feel like a lot of them, they trash like that. Cause like, I'm just gonna be honest, she got some trash ass behavior. She's got some hood rat ways, right? And I think that they are kind of living vicariously through her, and they feel like, you know, yeah, you know, this is what's up. You know, this is the behavior, and they see her as winning. But we know, like those, like even like niggas know, the men know what's up the road for her. Anybody with half an eyeball can see that man ain't, what the old people say, that man ain't studying her. He ain't studying her. And I'm going to call cap on his ass too. Has anybody, someone mentioned this the other day, and I thought it was so on point. It was so on point. Let me know if y'all want me to drop the number or the link. It don't matter to me which one. Listen, this was on point. So Papoose is 47. Claressa is 30, right? So a lot of older men, when they date women that are their daughter's age, what do they say? What do they say, y'all? Oh, she's very mature. Yeah, oh yeah, right. He's 48. Today's his birthday. Duh. So she's very mature, is what they'll say, right? Um, you know, she's an adult, she's very mature or whatever. I can relate to her. We do have things in common, all stuff. That's what those men say, right? Do any of these men that are in that 48 to 50 range to date girls in their 30s and 20s, are their friends in their 20s? You know what I mean? Like the men who like to date 18 and 19-year-old women when they're 40 and 50, do they have 18-year-old homeboys? Do they have it? Have you ever asked yourself that? Are there friends does he have a 30-year-old best friend? None of these men relate to men that are that age, but somehow with a woman it's cool because they on some bullshit. Because they on some bullshit. What's the fake page? Did I miss something, y'all? Did I miss something? Y'all know I love the opportunity to cuss a bitch out. Okay. Let me see. What are we missing? What am I missing? Okay. What is this? Let me see. Sincerely Sincere says, what it is, us from the D tried to have her back because we hold us down, but she made it too hard for us to stand for her. Tapped out. Okay. So I don't know if you guys know this, what I'm about to tell y'all after this break, but this is yet another reason, because when I saw this, it pissed me off, but I wasn't surprised based on everything else that she does. So we're going to shout out Lano Shopping. If we have a birthday or celebration in the house, please let me know now. And when we come back, we're going to get into the mess. Okay. Now, girl, you know we don't gatekeep over here. Get yourself over to LanoShopping55.com right now. And I mean now. Look at this price point for this cute outfit. Have we not been looking for a shop that, number one, is owned by a Black woman, but number two, actually has cute and affordable clothing? Yes, look no further. Honey, I was so shocked when one of our Vibers showed us the website. I was like, yo, how come we don't know about this stuff? But look, I'm putting you on, check it out. And when I tell you there is not a piece on there that I would not rock or buy for someone else. And the prices are amazing. The fashions are right on point. And what I really love about her shop is how inclusive it is. And when I say that, this is what I mean. You know how like all the sexy clothes are usually for the skinny chicks? Not on Lano Shop, honey. On LanoShopping55.com, even the plus size baddies get good looking gear. And the price is still right. Make sure you guys head over there because listen, free shipping on orders over $50. And honey, you're gonna wanna spend more than $50. And you can actually get on the email list for an additional percentage off of your order. You cannot beat it. Baby, look at those jeans. I cannot wait to put these hips in those jeans. Head over there. Let me know what you guys think about it. LanoShopping55.com. There will be a link pinned in the comment section. All right, and we're back like we never left. Okay, so where were we at? Your birthday was March 1st. Oh, that's right. And Mixtress Monica shared a birthday with my mom. And I didn't go back live because I had to feed my husband, child, last night. And I owe Mixtress Monica, whom I love dearly, a birthday song, right? And she says that, you know, and of course, you know, we already celebrated my mom's birthday. Her birthday was March 3rd. Mixtress Monica, happy birthday to you. Okay, for your birthday, we are wishing you love. Okay, we are wishing you abundance, blessings upon blessings. Okay, higher credit scores, open doors, everything that you desire for your highest and greatest good. May all your manifestations come through in the order that you need them. May your health always be what it needs to be, and may love and good things find you always. Now, I just want to say happy birthday to you, Vibers. Shout out to Mixtress Monica. Send her some blue hearts and some birthday greetings. Don't be jello and mad because we celebrate birthdays, because yours is coming really, really soon too. And we will shout you out and sing happy birthday to you too. Happy birthday, girl alive. Let's get you a birthday song going.
I hope your favorite drink is always miraculously in your refrigerator.
I hope whenever you check your bank account, you got more money in it than you actually expected to be in that motherfucker.
And I hope every time you go pay your utilities, that shit say zero balance due.
And I hope that every time you crank your car up, it's a full tank of gas in it.
Kicking candles, baby girl.
Happy birthday, Mistress Monica. Get that back blown out, girl, alive. That's what you do. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, again, nobody is hating on Clarence, okay? I'm going to drop the link and I will take people one at a time if somebody wants to come and chime in. Let me go ahead and copy the link and I'll put it in the chat. Let me go ahead and pin it. So here, let me tell y'all something. And I'll put the actual video to it tomorrow. I'll put it up so that you guys can see the video in full. And don't forget, Shalita is coming tomorrow, honey. And y'all know it gets real messy and real interesting when Shalita comes. Okay. Hold on, let me get in this phone and pin this link. Okay. So Shalita's coming tomorrow, so do not forget. I don't have the time yet because she's not sure what time zone she's gonna be in. But it's gonna get messy tomorrow, I'm sure. Okay. So here's the thing, y'all. So in the video that I dropped today that I have to put back up because I messed something up, right? It was a video of Shalita in Flint. A few days ago, she was in Flint. And when she went there, she went to the nursing home, right? I did not know that Claressa Shields' great grandmother is still living because she never really talks about her great grandmother. She talked about AK Jordan, shut your ass up, talking about cousin wife. I can't. She talks about her grandmother, but I don't know if I've heard her speak on her great grandmother. So this great grandmother is Shalita's grandmother, and it's Claressa's great grandmother. Okay, so with that being said, she walks into the nursing home and there are people that have been at the nursing home. Exactly, Cece. I am so grateful that my grandmother is still here to see not only my children. So my grandmother has her grandchildren, her grandchild, which is me, my daughters and my son, her great grands, and then my children's children. So she's here for 5 generations, and I think that's amazing, you know. But that's awesome that Claressa also has that as well, right? But here, this really bothers me because I really do. One thing that y'all will learn about, I love seniors. I love seniors. I think seniors are precious, y'all. They're like babies. They should be respected. They should be protected. Um, I think we need to do more to honor those that are here, especially when they get to be in that 80 and 90 range. They have seen so much, done so much, especially Black people. They done been through it. And they should be respected and protected. That's just how I feel. And I feel like a lot of people take for granted when you have, a great grandmother or even a grandmother. People take that for granted. I mean, I was very grateful to have known for a little while my great grandmother, but it's, that's a rarity, right? So Shalita's walking into the nursing home and there's one person that actually recognizes her when she's there. And she's like, yo, she's like, how you doing or whatever. She was like, oh, you know me? She's like, yeah, I recognize you from social media. And she was like, oh, she was like, yeah. And then she knew who her grandmother was, so she knew her, right? And so the lady's like, so she asked her, she says, have you seen Claressa? And she was like, no, basically not since I've been here. And she's been there for 3 years. So she was like, oh, okay. You haven't seen her at all. Okay, fine. So Shalita goes ahead. She's making small talk with people or whatever. And she gets to the room of her grandmother, which is also Claressa's great grandmother. And immediately when you walk in the room, the only thing that you see are pictures and newspaper clippings of Claressa and Claressa's brother, right? I mean, above her head, you know how like you see like the bookshelf right there on the wall behind me? Above her head is a shelf with Clarissa's picture right there. And then over to on the other wall, there's all these newspaper articles with nothing but Clarissa. Oh, that's awesome, Black Beauty. She says she took her granny out today. That is awesome. There's pictures of Clarissa everywhere, newspaper. I mean, it is a complete shrine to Clarissa. And that's normal. Our grannies are proud of us or whatever. But here's my thing. Talking more, because you know they be telling me the business, right? There was a point in time where the grandmother was about to be evicted from the nursing home. And Clarissa was supposed to be the person allegedly that was supposed to be taking care of all of that stuff. And I guess she wasn't. And you know, she doesn't come from a family that is financially well off. So a lot of people can't necessarily afford that or whatever. But one of the cousins, I guess, did something, stepped up and maybe got to be a POA or whatever, and was able to allocate the grandmother's funds to the nursing home so that she could be there. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm not shaming or shading people who have their family members in nursing homes. I personally, I would have to like have no choice. Um, but here's what I'm saying, y'all. Nigeria is living in the home that was once this lady's home, allegedly. That's where Nigeria lives. Nigeria allegedly, that's the hairstylist that is also allegedly Clarissa's lover, and that has been for many years, and that's had the threesomes with her and different men, right? So then we have she's living in the house or whatever. The grandmother's nursing home, the facility that she lives in, it's not like one of those really nice state of the art places where seniors go, because they do some of the places are really nice. There are some senior communities that are really, really nice, state of the art, lovely places, you know, for well off people. She doesn't even have her own room. She's in a shared room with very, very basic accommodations. And like I said, she has a shrine to Clarissa. No, I have the video. I have the video. It was in the video from today, but I screwed up the audio, so I had to take it down, but I'm putting it back up. She's in a shared room. And like I said, shrine to Clarissa. They haven't seen Clarissa, possibly have not seen her for at least 3 years. This is my thing. My husband and I made a decision, what, going on 4 years ago, I think we did this. Because you know how like it's easier to help people when they're closer to you than it is when they're far away. We decided, look, we don't want, you know, my grandmother's getting older. We want them here so that we can make sure they're safe. They're older, they were by themselves and all this kind of stuff. So we decided, hey, y'all come here, y'all don't have to worry about nothing. They don't have to pay no bills. They don't have anything to worry about. They can, you know, we just wanted to create an environment to where they didn't have any worries. And we're not wealthy people, we're regular people. Okay, very, very regular people. And I'm thinking, if I'm a multimillionaire, check my phone. If I'm a multimillionaire, hold on one second, guys. um 1 second. I don't know what I'm supposed to be. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I didn't see it. Okay. If I'm a multimillionaire, hey babe, I'm so sorry. I'm just now seeing this. Um, if I'm a multimillionaire, I would literally, um, I would literally have, if I had a situation where my grandmother, my mother, my mother-in-law, whoever needed round the clock care, I would, and I'm a millionaire especially, they're gonna be in my home or their own home with a nurse, with their own personal. They're not going to be in a shared room with just a bed and a shrine to me as I don't visit them. It really pissed me off. But here's the thing. Yes, Clarissa's grandmother raised her, but we're talking about her great grandmother. Her great grandmother, y'all. She has a living great grandmother that she allegedly is neglecting. And I please do not put it past. I know, like, when it comes to people getting celebrity, a lot of times we see the family come out of the woodworks and be like, see, this is what happens. Your family come and drag you. But you know what? I feel like righteously they gonna end up coming out the woodwork on her ass pretty soon. Okay. Um, let me see. Claressa lives a rough life. She does. She may have experienced those people ignore her to treat her and her siblings bad. Clarissa went hungry as a child. Isn't that her mom and dad? If she would have went hungry, because I don't think she's ever said. I mean, the grandmother that raised her, and I get what you're saying. I do agree that okay, babe, I see it. That's okay. I do agree that that Clarissa had a rough life, and that probably leads leads to her being the way that she is on some regard, right? But I also think that there comes a time when you have to be responsible for who and what you are. And I'm sorry, being humane doesn't, just because you lived a rough life. I mean, there are lots of people that live rough lives. Plenty of people live a rough life, right? But does that give you an excuse to not be humane? I mean, I know people that grew up being M-worded, that grew up on the streets, that grew up, jacked up. You know what I'm saying? That does not mean that you mistreat people. And so what I talk about in my videos are patterns, right? What are her patterns? Her patterns are that she lacks empathy. So even if we gonna grant her the grace because she went through what she went through, but we're looking from a psychological lens here. What are her behaviors? What are her patterns? Okay. Openly dating a married man. I know a lot of people say that that's no big deal, but allegedly this is the man that you are going to marry and have children with, right? Who has a child, who you attempt to attack the mother. That's not someone that thinks long term about a family. That's someone that is self-serving. Every move that she makes is out of ego. And I'm sorry, even having a baby, in my opinion, is out of ego. This woman is in a rush to beat Remy. You understand what I'm saying? So if we're talking about a pattern here, there's not much tact. There's not much empathy for others. Look how she loves to belittle and berate people who she feels is beneath them based on their financial circumstances. Like, how are we going to be like that? We all saw the bed that girl slept in. We saw the filth, right? We've heard the stories, and if we believe all of them, and I'm not saying that there's any reason for us not to believe that she's not had a horrible situation, why does that give you the right to poverty shame? Why does that give you the right? Because you got to think about it. In her mind, the worst thing in the world that she had ever experienced was being poor, was being laughed at, was not having clothes, was not having her hair done. She views that as the lowest thing that you could ever experience. And the reason why we know this is because those are her weapons. What does she basically tell everybody? You're broke, you don't have anything, and you're jealous. She's a jealous person. That's an envious woman. It is a complete projection. Putting a kid out of a charity event. Patterns, right? Just like the whole, I mean, you run the gamut. She is not a good person. And yes, I understand that she's raising those children, but Joe Jackson raised his kids too and beat the shit out of them. Okay, a lot of people raise their kids and fuck them up. So I'm sorry, you don't get a gold star from me for doing what you should be doing anyway. You know that she know her sister ain't shit, and she know that she has those children, right? So yeah, she should be trying to step up and do something. She's got it. Is anybody finna pat me on the back for what I do for my own family? No. So she's very hateful. Very hateful. The link is pinned in the chat if anybody wants to come up and talk they shit or disagree with. Look, no, nobody gotta agree with me. I don't care, because I'm very strong in my convictions, and I think the way that I think for a reason. So you can disagree with me. I can't believe she said she was gonna marry her cousin to support her baby. That's the craziest thing I've heard her say so far, and talking like an angry baby daddy. Yeah, a lot of people didn't catch that she seemed to be okay with it, but Shalita definitely said it was a joke. And I think someone in the comment section actually kind of spoke to it too. They were like, you know how a woman will call her best friend her baby mama or whatever just because she helps with the kid or whatever. It's just a joke. Which I know in these days, you know, it'd be a lot different. Shit be going on, so you never know. But I get that, right? So, CC gonna fight in these comments for her, right? He says, plenty of men don't raise their own children. 50 Cent said he wished his son got hit by a bus, and 50 Cent ain't shit. He ain't shit. Fuck 50 Cent. I'm not a celebrity worshiper, and I think that's the problem with a lot of people. I don't give a fuck how many boxing matches she wins. I don't give a fuck about how much money I don't worship celebrities. They are not above me because they have more money. Fuck them. Okay? I may not have the money of someone like Claressa Shields, but baby, I'm richer through and through. Through and through. Okay? And what I do have is going to last a lot longer than what she has for very simple reasons. One of those things that I am principled, okay? And there is a few things that I apply in my life that she is repelling, that she will never begin to understand, right? So I don't celebrity worship. I don't give a fuck what 50 Cent got. Fuck 50 Cent. You know, you don't have to do better than that with me. So let's see. Shavetta says Claressa's shoes have money, but she does not have class, and she's a lonely individual. And she's tormented. She's tormented. And I'm gonna make this prediction. And it's not, I don't wish this for her, but when you've been around here a half a century or better, it's some things that you can just see. Okay. What is this saying that my grandmother has? She says all the time and drives me mad. She says, I can look through clear water and see dry land. That's what she says. And I'm taking that to mean, baby, look, I can see. Okay. I can see where this is going. She is going to end up out here fucked up. Papoose is going to fuck her over. She's going to ruin her public reputation. She's going to make it to don't nobody want to fuck with her. The industry is going to use her, chew her up, and spit her out, and she's welcoming it to it, right? She's a professional boxer. One of the most, now I can't even say one of the most, she is the most decorated female boxer of our time, and the bitch wants to be on Zeus Network. And see, what a lot of people are not seeing is that this is a Black woman, right? This is a Black woman holding our image. What did Layla Ali do for our image? She elevated it. She added to it. Claressa is going to play into whatever degrading stereotype they allow her to, because she don't have a limit. She does not have a boundary, right? So Clarissa's brand is always going to be tainted with being a hood booger, with being trashy, with being classless, with being tacky. Okay. And now she wants to be on Zeus Network and then tell you, I'm a good example for girls because I never went to jail. Bitch, Malcolm X went to jail and so did Martin Luther King. So you better than them because they went to jail and you didn't? And we know that that's all because she's shading Remy, who she allegedly is supposed to be in the future co-parenting her child with who she says is her husband. And can somebody answer this for me? How come I've never heard Papoose say they getting married? He may have said it. Okay, because niggas lie and niggas say stuff, but has he ever said it? So, like, if whoever wants to defend this, come up here and defend it. But I'm tired of people saying people are hating when they're making legitimate points about it. Just because we see through this weird ass bitch doesn't mean that, don't mean we're hating. And you don't have to like everybody. They act like there's only two emotions or two positions that you can have with somebody. Okay? I cannot like you, or I can like you, but I don't have to hate either way. And some people like people that they hate on, and vice versa. You cannot like somebody and not hate them. I don't hate this hoe. Would I look like hating her? If anything, to be perfectly honest, I pity her. I pity her. And now I'm not the one that's jumping up and saying that I'm the black girl's example. She is. But what example is she setting? Here we go. It's always a look. Misspoken voice. Have you spoken with? Have you? Have you spoke with her? The link is in the chat for whoever wants to speak with me, and that could be you, her, or her, whoever, her mammy, whoever. Like, y'all be killing me with that bullshit. Have I spoke to Claressa? Fuck Claressa. And I don't even mean that in that way. I just mean it like, just because y'all are kissing her ass does not mean that I am going to drink from that cup, because I'm not. And if you are speaking to her, ask her why she ain't handling business with her grandmother. Like, seriously. Like, who is out here in a relationship? Because most of it, if you're over 40, you probably been divorced or in a relationship or in a situation where you co-parenting, right? Who is going to be able to successfully co-parent with someone that is taking shots at the current wife? Okay? Muffin, let me tell you something real quick. Muffin. Because I don't know. I don't know if you know me or if you want to get to know me. But I ain't came for you. Okay? And if I was coming for you, you wouldn't have the opportunity to tell me not to. Okay? There would be no question. When I come for somebody, there's no question. Okay? I'm not doing that. Okay? But don't come up in here getting fly with me and think that you gonna get flyer than I'm gonna get with you. So anyway, um, she says, if my man love me, ain't no way he just gonna come on now, let the media say what. He's not protecting her. His Pap's first act of protection, right? His first act of covering and protection would have been to publicly fall back from that relationship until his business was handled. But because he knows she don't give a fuck and he don't really give a fuck, he's not even covering her in that way. He's not even covering her in that way. He shouldn't want her to look that way. He shouldn't want her to, because think about that as a woman. I don't know. Some women, date married men, been in that situation or whatever, right? But as a woman, if you are in a situation, let's just say they really are getting a divorce, it's over. Y'all together. It just ain't on paper, right? You not gonna be settled in your mind and in your heart when you hear this man out shopping with his wife and you hear him laughing. When you see the evidence of this relationship everywhere you look, in every video, everybody's talking about it. Everyone knows that he's married to someone. You're not going to be settled as a woman, right? So you're going to be getting pressured from the outside. You're going to be getting dragged by people or whatever. And in order to mitigate that, what he was supposed to do, if Pap was an actual man standing on business, he would have covered her. He would have told her, look, I got you. But publicly, we got to fall back because this is not a good look for you. This is why Nike ain't calling. This is why Under Armour ain't calling. This is why Adidas ain't checking for you. This is exactly why, bitch, you can't even get a Stanley Cup advertisement. You got to go to Zeus Network. And yet you got these hood burger weird ass baby mama hoes in my chat room and these senior citizen side chicks, that then gave their life to Jesus once they 60 years old and then fucked the whole block, because I understand the mentality, right? I know exactly what I'm looking at. You got them walking around here acting like you're some sort of victim. I don't care about CC cheerleading for Clarence. CC can cheerlead for that girl all she wants. So I don't care. Everybody need to be defended, baby. Okay. All right. Donald Trump be getting defended. Claressa can too. Amen. All right. But she said, what are they? I don't even know what. I don't know, baby. I don't know. I don't even know. I know I just said some bullshit. But like for real, like it's just a shame. But then she is the role model for black girls. This is the role model, y'all. This is the role model. Like, who is in agreement with that? Who is in a Cap does not care. Like, and then this is why, like, women, we have to be careful who you link up with in any stage of your life. Okay, you never get your youth back. I never understood what my grandmother and older women were talking about when there was like, you're rushing to be, you want to be older, you want to do this, you want to grow up fast, you're gonna wish you could be young and a child again and all this kind of stuff. You're gonna wish for your youth or whatever. You can never get it back. So true. So true, right? She is sitting here 30 years old, adamantly telling the world that she wants to be baby mama number what? 4? You don't have no kids. No kids. And you want to give somebody their 4th or 5th set of children and your first? And us verbalizing that is hating. We're jealous. We want the ball. Don't know, but Pap is a dependent. He was Remy's dependent. Now he's yours. He scored his big one with getting you the contract. Right? Really think about that. She about to give a old nigga, and I say this as somebody that's older than her nigga, right? You about to give an old nigga his 4th or 5th set of children. And he's not even divorced. And she keeps talking about this divorce paper that, the divorce is happening where? Maybe I need to do a 50 state search because, baby, ain't no motion on no divorce for them people. Yeah, he had a baby on Remy. He had 2 baby mamas when he got with Remy, right? He's got a child with Remy. Cap has been busy. So, like, are women really jealous, or do women just understand the game? And then you got men like Mr. Skinny be talking that stuff to her. Mr. Skinny, what did she get mad with you initially about? I don't remember what the initial anger was that she got mad about. But like, oh, I forgot about that. She OnlyFans is endorsing her, right? OnlyFans. OnlyFans is is endorsing her. OnlyFans, y'all. Not Nike, not Gatorade, not Powerade. Baby, not even Pedialyte. OnlyFans. Little boutiques that order fur coats from Temu that you can get for $800 and they mark it up to $5,000 and tell you it's a chinchilla when clearly we could see it's a fox. In Jesus' name. You're endorsed by little boutiques with 3,000 followers on Instagram. But we're hating. Oh, he called her. Is that why he got mad? I can't remember what it was that she got mad about. But whatever it is, it caused her to say something foul about his daughter. And he been on her neck ever since then. Okay. Tiana says, right, Miss Nyla, please remind them how young you are, because it's hard. Hold on, I lost it. Because it's hard to tell you look good, lady. Oh, thank you so much. But yeah, OnlyFans, baby. OnlyFans. What I do, Sexy Alley Cat? She said, "Why are you like this?" I don't even know what I said. What is this? Paul's girl says, "Yeah, she is out here in New York. Pap left her ass in that hotel room and he outside." And you know what? You know what trips me out too? The fact that, remember, Remy even told on the other girl that he was messing with. You know what I'm saying? Like, baby, if he could cheat on badass Remy, what makes you think your galloping ass is gonna fare any better? Think about that. Just really think about that. He begged Remy to have a baby, just like she begging to have a baby, basically. Um, and still cheated on her. Still did, still did the most. Still wasn't even ready to leave home, right? She exposed that in those messages. And it's like she's not even embarrassed. Not even embarrassed. And G Express be on her head too. Her team told her it was chinchilla, but they got from Alibaba available in multiple colors. Baby, yeah, we pulled it up in the video, child. Alibaba, Temu, all of that. It was cute though. It's not a chinchilla though. It's definitely not a chinchilla. It's definitely a fox. It's a chinchilla design, but it's not a chinchilla. Okay. Those of us that have had chinchilla, we know. Okay. I believe that too. And I don't think Remy wanted his ass either. I think she wanted his ass out of there. He seems like, and I'm really pissed at Pap right now because Pap, my husband introduced me to Papooses music. And lyrically, I was like, well, damn. Alphabet Slaughter. If y'all haven't heard that one right there is like, damn, that's dope. This dude is an amazing lyricist, right? So I had a specific view of him. And he just fucked that up. Like that live that he did when he called himself clapping back at Remy, I'm like, we can never go back to looking at you like you were a normal person. You are a straight goofball. I mean, he's a straight cornball. Straight cornball. I'm like, bruh, why you open your mouth? Why? Okay? Why? Man, like she said back in '06, Georgia, don't do him like that. Okay? Samantha said it was the same fur that Jocelyn got from Neiman. Stop it. Stop it. Okay? She's not even Fox is better than that. It's the animal that Martin and Pam was fighting. Maybe it was what's that rat that they be eating in New Orleans? Nutria rat. It's Nutria rat fur. Oh man. I know that's right, Jackson. Young hearts, baby. Young hearts. What's going on, Okie? No, see now you playing. You said Nyla put on that new pap, baby. No, thank you. No, thank you. And the way that she be getting drug on Twitter, I be like, sometimes the dragging be so bad on Twitter, y'all. I be wanting to make a troll account to help her, cause she don't even know how to fight back, y'all. Cause you know she's not very lettered. She only has a few words. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, girl, inviting her and Pap to be in Meg the Stallion's video, which I thought about. The reason why she invited Pap and herself to be in Meg's video is because she's trying to create those dynamics that Remy and Pap have already created. You know, she's trying to create those dynamics and stuff like that. And I'm trying to figure out how come people do not see what I see. That little thing where she actually looked kind of cute when you get past her walking like Stone Cold Steve Austin. When you get past her walking like Stone Cold in the little red get up, right? With the boots and the 30-inch bust down. When she walks in and she drops down and starts twerking, y'all don't realize who she's mimicking right there. Somebody had to see it besides me. And you know, and I realized that her and Pap do have something in common. You know them prison poses she be doing? She get that shit from Papoose. Papoose pose just like that. He be doing that same prison squat. They do the same prison squat. But yeah, do y'all see who she's mimicking though? In that red outfit when she's mimicking Megan. She's mimicking Meg with that. That's Meg's signature move. The way she walks in, she'll swing her hair and she drops all the way down to her knees. It's a certain way that she's mimicking Meg right there. Yeah, she be walking like a nigga. She walk like a hard nigga. Okay? Pause. I don't mean like that type of hard. I mean like, tough guy, gangbanger or something. And that's my thing. Like, why you gonna call Tasha bald head because Tasha cut her hair? It looks cute like that. And we know you got a teaspoon of hair, muffin. Like, why she do that? I don't know. So that outfit that she has on today, what she got on today? Shall I go to the gram and see what's going on here? Let me see, child. What she got on? What she got on? Coco baby, thank you so very much for the super chat muffin. I appreciate the support. Thank you. Let me see what she got going on, child. Cause ain't no telling what this child doing. Let me see. I mean, I was hoping some of her defenders was willing to come and explain to me this jealousy that I have that we all have. We're all broke and we're all jealous. All of us. And see, again, that's like, to me, that's speaking, basically to her mentality and where she comes from and what her fears are. Because what do this child have on? Hold on, let me go over here. Oh, I forgot she got me blocked. I gotta log in on my secret account. She got me blocked, child. Let me see what she got on. I think I did see something earlier today. What she got on? And when that one video where she's doing that silly dance where they hold their nose and do all that, why is she doing that? Is it me, or is that shit dumb? Not she dressed up waiting for Pap. Baby Pap is not upstairs. Baby Pap is outside, baby. Oh, the brown parachute pants. I think I did see that. I think I did see it. What is this? Let me see. Okay, I got you, Aaliyah. Why did she do that? She definitely can't dance. She definitely cannot dance. But yeah, he is not outside. Let me see. Remember that blue dress and fur boots. Muffin, how could I forget? How could I forget the blue them fur boots? I'm still mad at that shit. And that's the thing. Let me tell you something. My husband is definitely not, into like he's not into fashion and stuff like that. That's not his thing. Okay, he will tell you that thing. But I bet the fuck he wouldn't let me walk out the house with that bullshit on. I bet he got a keen enough eye to say, bae, you might want to rethink this. He is not about to let me walk out the house looking like snuff a goddamn lufficus. Okay. And I don't know why, goddamn it, Nigeria let her do it too. But that's because can't nobody tell that girl nothing. Can't nobody tell her nothing. Can't nobody tell her shit. Okay. Cause can you imagine? Just like she asked the question, should she be a model? Right? Nigeria them should tell her, no, bitch, you cannot be a model. You walk like a nigga. No, you cannot be a model. When models start looking like niggas, then you could be one. I just don't know. But see, she might whoop Nigeria's ass if she tell her the truth. Okay? I'm just saying. She said model what? I don't know, child. I don't know. But something is telling me this is another Remy Ma competition thing. Okay? She just gonna say she hating how is everybody hating though? And okay, you know what I want to talk about? The I'm gonna have some content on Little Miss No Doctor Cheyenne Bryant. I'm gonna have some content on her, but can we talk about the women that openly say that everybody, they just, oh yeah, everybody is hating on Claressa. I opened up Instagram today and there was this Newport. Look, my husband smoked Newports, okay? So I'm not shading people who smoke Newports. But I'm going to tell y'all, like I tell him, you need to quit smoking, okay? But here's the thing, Muffin. This woman, I opened up this app. This woman looked like she been smoking Newports since she was 8 goddamn years old, right? She looked like she smoked Newports. And she looked like when she run out of Newports or in between the Newports, she smoking Black and Miles in between them. That's how she looked. Okay? Everybody that smoke Newports don't look like they smoke Newports. She looked like she smoked. I could smell it through the goddamn phone. Okay? I could definitely smell it. Okay? Dre's run over Crocs. Thank you for the super. She said I sent you something on Insta. Okay, well let me check the Insta, girl. Let me check real quick. Let me check. Uh, I, maybe it's on a message request. Have you sent me a message before? Okay, I see something that just got Oh my God. Now, why would you do this? Lord have mercy. I'm gonna go and put it up here. I'm not doing no more laid back lives with y'all. I'm going to do my lives very structured. Everything is going to be already in the rotation that I'm going to be showing. I'm not allowing y'all to freestyle no more. No, I'm not. I'm not doing this. We're not about to do this. Now, what the hell would possess you to put together some shit like this? Girl, I'm mad as hell though, cause Father God, in the name of Jesus. All right, somebody's joining the live. Let me let them in, okay? Uh-oh. They joined and then they left. Okay. So, whew. Now, they do look like they could be Ken. They look like they could be Ken. They do. They look like they got the same mama, same daddy, and that they mama and daddy got the same mama and same daddy. Okay. That look like chromosomes that are completely identical all the way around. Okay. What happened? There is no way. Send it to me, girl. Send it to me. Send it to me. I do not believe people. Not they gonna have to show some receipts of that. Cause baby, if Papoose on his birthday is partying with freaking Remy, Clarence, Clarence, don't go over there fucking with Remy. Okay. Now I don't. You probably can outbox her, but Remy will shoot you, baby. Remy will shoot your ass. Okay? Don't go over there fucking with her. Don't do that. I cannot believe. Do y'all believe that's true? Joy to the World said, "What club? Cause she on her way." If child, well, that's true. We got to stay out of married people business. We got to stay out of married people business. Okay? You cannot be round here getting upset with what a man does with his wife. You just can't. That's his wife. If he partying with his wife on the birthday, that's what's supposed to happen. Shout out to Remy Network, okay? Remy Network is now on Samsung TV, on Roku. She doing her thing, honey. Doing her thing. Lord have mercy. Let me see. And they saying that people was clowning her, talking about her outfit, and she at the room staying. He didn't invite her to his condo. Child. He was out partying early and Claressa was not there with him. I did see him out with his daughter. T says she minds well just do a 360 sex change and be a hand. Now, T, why would you say that? That is so ignorant. Okay. Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. That would be, yeah, I don't be, look, I just, that would be all over the blogs right now. I don't believe that. I just, I don't believe it. Nope. I do not believe it. I don't believe it. Especially if they're not showing it. Mm-mm. I don't believe that. I know like people do a lot of tricks, and sometimes some of those tricks are sending people into other people's live streams to promote. So yeah, I'm not going. Um She said I thought she wanted to get pregnant. What's she going on Zeus for? She says she's gonna wait until next year to get pregnant. I think she's gonna try to have another fight. She gonna try to have another fight. Yeah, somebody would have recorded, baby. That would be everywhere. If that were the case, that would be everywhere right now. I'm not buying that. The video, yeah, that full force is funny. It really is funny. And Clarissa Dunn behind went to New York alone. She is gonna get back on a flight disappointed with her feelings hurt. I mean, look, when she didn't do nothing about him spending Christmas with Remy, baby, he was never gonna act right. Never. Yep, she's waiting on Pat watching Nyla's live. Baby, she watching all of everybody's video. She's watching everybody's videos. That like, I'm sorry, if I was worth that much money and I'm truly on the top of the game and I am the greatest woman of all times, okay? She said, go to her snap, they just toast. Let me see. I can put my snap on the screen too, so ain't nothing on it. I don't even know how to use Snap, y'all. Let me see. Let's go to her Snap. Getting the wig laid. All right, let me just put this on. She said it's my man birthday too. What? Okay, let me go ahead and let me see. I can put my snap on the screen too, so. Wait, what did I do? I don't even know how to use Snap, y'all. Oh, my bad. Okay, if you guys want to join, you guys actually have to let me let you in. Someone just click the link again and let themselves down. Was they did, but he got on the same hat. Remy said, "Why would I fight you when I got a gun?" She not. No, she's not. They've been saying that since 3 this evening. She would have posted at the airport and every yeah. Did you hear that he found in May? I guess if he did, you. I don't know what you're saying, baby. You just sent me some videos on Instagram. Let me look. Let's go to Insta real quick. Koya says bloggers. What happened? Bloggers, y'all bloggers need to get money and stop being mean to black women. Right. Right. I'm right on top of that, Koya. Thank you, boo. Koya, you so full of it. Okay. DMV sister says she sent me a message. Um, what is this? Is really ignorant. I can't play this though because of the music. But hold on, let me. I'm gonna show it, but I definitely can't play this music because I know it's copywritten. I know this music is copywritten. But I'm about to show this video. Y'all are terrible for this. Why? This is All Cried Out by Lisa Lisa, I think it is. Yeah. Shout out to Songs by Alicia. Thank you so much for this super chat. She says, I feel like Pap and Remy running a play on Claressa, with the examples being shown that Remy is cool and Pap is not catering to her at all. Are you dumb, in Remy's voice? Sometimes I think that too, though. I do. Sometimes I think that too. Like, why did y'all do this? The way they be doing these videos, and she do look like dude from Full Force. This is wrong. I cannot. I cannot. Okay. This is that page too. This page be cracking me up. Okay. They be going in. Let me see what she got going right here. Let me
A cheap ass wig.
Me or you?
You.
Who had a 10-round fight last week?
Who couldn't knock a bitch out for shit? They had to go 10 rounds to get a decision.
Am I a champion boxer or model? You don't know. I know you don't know.
Who's acted too cocky for someone who was looking like this not too long ago?
Jesus Christ!
Who just discovered
did y'all see that?
makeup and can't shut the fuck up now? Who is comfortably sleeping in this type of fucking nasty ass room but want to call everybody?
Right. This was your room, but you love calling people broke. This was her room. This is really a picture of her old bedroom, y'all. Like, girl.
Broke now. And who did Nike just pass over like a soft tomato in the supermarket? That's what I do. I pass them over. I don't want them.
Damn. Who had a fight last week?
Damn. Who wearing a cheap ass wig?
Me or you?
You.
Who had a 10-round fight last week?
Who couldn't knock a bitch out for shit? They had to go 10 rounds to get a decision.
Am I a champion boxer or model? You don't know. I know you don't know.
Who's acted too cocky for someone who was looking like this not too long ago?
Baby, do y'all see this? Somebody find me this picture right the fuck now. This orange, who? Look. What the hell is do y'all, let me see if I can make this bigger, because y'all don't even understand. Do y'all see this? Look at the shoes. What? What? Y'all. I can't. See, this chick be she be going in, y'all. She be going in, okay? Okay, it looks like we have someone joining. And Songs by Alicia. How are you?
Hello, how are you?
I am doing amazing. I'm doing amazing. Can you talk up a little bit louder? Let me see if I can raise your volume.
Yes, can you hear me? I'm
Yep, I
sorry,
can hear
I'm
you
driving. I
perfect
have on
now.
a headset.
I can hear you
You
perfect
can hear
now.
me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. So the reason why I say that I feel like it could possibly be a play, because when you look at it, okay, she was in Pap's DMs, right? And then she was cosplaying like she wanted to be cool with Remy. And then all of this stuff hit the fan, and I feel like maybe Remy is like, okay, I'm gonna fix you. Since you want to play, this is how it's gonna go. And at the end of the day, what you think is a prize is not what you really think it is, and you're gonna get more than what you bargained for with Pap. And I'm sure at this point, with everything Remy has gone through with Pap, she's over it, so she don't care one way or the other. And she getting fur coats and gifts and all of that, and she's probably gonna be done with Pap too, because you played in her face and embarrassed her out here. And I feel like also in the beginning, the way everybody dragged Remy, it's like, you know what, you owe Remy an apology, because she held it together damn good for what she's been going through. And this is what a lot of good women do,
Yep.
to their own detriment, but when you have contracts and things in place, and money on the line, you do what you have to do, but people covered, because people in New York knew all of this about Pat.
Are you a New
This
Yorker?
isn't nothing. No, but
No.
I have family from New York, and I used to be in New York all the time.
Got you.
And when this hit the fan, like, people that were in New York was like, man, Pat been screwing women after women for 7 summers. Like, they wasn't
Damn.
surprised. Just like when the girl came out and told how she had the baby for Pap. That's old. Remy came home from jail dealing with the drama.
Oh, so the baby girl that they're talking about, that's old T.
That's old tea, but it's
Okay.
new to us because it wasn't put out there.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
And
So
if it wasn't put out there, it's because Remy wasn't trying to do it.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And see, this is the thing too. You don't want to mess up the brand and mess up the bag.
This is true. This is true.
It just like how sometimes when men say it's cheaper to keep her, it was the same situation with Remy. It's like, I'm not gonna mess up the bag. You out here doing what you doing. And I'm gonna tell you, I was so disappointed because like you, I loved Pap as a lyricist, and then the branding and Remy staying quiet made Pap look so good, like a stand-up guy.
Yep.
But when she went live and she was talking, I felt that all in my spirit. I said,
All
she
of
is
it.
telling the truth. And when she broke it down about, like, you don't want people to know what's really going on and who you really are. You're the one that cares about this, because when they were dragging Remy was quiet.
She
She
was.
didn't really say too much. She just took it because she was laughing, because she's in her mind, it's like, I'm free. Cat's out of the bag. I don't
Yep.
have to be stuck with you no more. She can have you, because what she thinks she getting ain't what it appears to be. And then, as a real woman, she still tried to warn her and
She
let her
did.
know.
She did. She sure did. She sure did.
And so now it's like, whatever happens, honey, you get what you get, because even through all of the disrespect, she still let you know and try to warn you. Most women are not going to do that when you betray them in that manner.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause like, but I'm wondering because now you probably know too that because of Clarissa's big ass mouth, that they've been messing around since at least 2020, right? I don't think
Right.
Remy knew that. I
She
think
didn't,
she,
and that's
yeah,
what pissed her off. And that's when, see, what happened was, she went through that phone and she found out everything, and that's what pissed her off. Is, not only are you disrespecting her and playing in her face, but then this girl is in her DMs and trying to kick it and cosplay, like, on some friendship,
yep.
and you've been playing with me the whole time. And she really got Remy messed up. See, Remy has
Mm-hmm.
matured, and now Remy is on point. She's not going to let you mess up her bag and her opportunities. But the old Remy would have sent some goons.
I
You
believe
you
that.
really don't know who you playing with. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
even that, like, she talking all of this and come get you know what, whooped. And it's like, girl, Remy don't even have to fight at this point. Is she
Mm-hmm.
got girls that'll go for her. They
Oh
train
yeah.
to go and they will go for her, and she ain't even got to break a nail. So you really got things messed up. And then, when it come down to New York, those girls don't like that. They not feeling you like that. So Remy don't even have to say a word. It's some girls that just don't like what you did, and that
Right.
will handle business.
Right. Right.
And Pap
Absolutely.
standing up there, he not gonna take up for you, honey. Because quiet as kept, he don't respect you either.
He doesn't. And it's not even
Because
quiet.
he's
You
sitting
can
up here
tell.
allowing all of this foolishness go on. He's not saying anything. He's not defending her. He's not covering her because that's not your man.
Yep. He's letting her
That's how
just
you
like have
know.
her ass out here. Like she's literally ass out.
Yeah, you're the tool. He's building. He's trying to be the next Don King, and you're the tool.
She's an
And when
example
he gets some
because
more,
like she's literally growing his social credibility now, right? Because now it's other up and coming artists or boxers that are going to want to link with him because they're going to see this as a success. So when she's, going to be out here spiraling and acting a fool when she realizes that this nigga don't want her, he's going to still be able to build his bag off of her.
and guess what? You burnt so many bridges that it's not going to be a lot of people that you're going to be able to go to for help. That was the worst thing she could have ever did when she
Mm-hmm.
went against Layla Ali and disrespected her the way she did.
Yep.
And that's another reason why the branding deals are not coming. It's people that love Layla Ali. She is a legend.
And that's the thing. That's how another reason why Pap do not rock with her like that because he would know enough about business to tell her that that was not the move. That you
And I'm
don't go
sure he
fucking with a
got phone
legend.
calls from higher ups. And quiet as kept, that hurt his business opportunities too. Don't think that it didn't. He's going to have an uphill battle when he's trying to take other boxers through certain doors and sit down and have branding deals. When you represented, this is who you represented, and you allowed her to disrespect legends in the game,
Yeah.
and you didn't put her on a leash.
But she not a leash. But she expects respect. Star, I see you. I'm gonna let you up in a second. She expects respect, she expects reverence, she expects to be looked at as a legend. She wants to be called the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? But she was not willing to extend any respect to Layla. And as we see, Layla did the right thing by not fucking with her. Because like no matter
It was
what,
so beautiful the way Layla exposed it.
it
And
was.
see, she was teaching her at the same time because Layla was a class act. Not once did she insult her. She just laid the facts out there, showed us everything, and did a whole timeline. That's the second thing that made me done with Claressa. But the first thing was when I found out she was in Remy's DMs and trying to be cool with her, I was through. Because that's
And
snake
then
behavior.
remember the text messages. You're the one that's married. So she's acknowledging that she's a side chick. And here's the thing, to me, what I read into those messages had nothing to do with them being on the outs, though. Because if she kept telling him, you're the married one, this is you that is married, she's telling him, you're the one with the family. She's telling him,
And
she's
she's also
acknowledging that she's the side chick.
right. And she's also acknowledging and revealing that this is not her first go round with somebody's husband because she's real comfortable in what she does. But the
Mm-hmm.
problem with her and so many other women who choose, you were not forced, you were not fooled into being the woman on the side. You chose. But
Mm-hmm.
they want to take the man after the wife has put in all of the work. You want to come and take a ready-made man and you want to take him away from his family. You want him to leave his wife and be with you. You didn't earn that. And I didn't like when it all got exposed the way she thought that she was in a position to go back and forth with Remy. Regardless of what Remy did, that's her husband. That's
That's
their
right.
marriage.
That's
You
right.
should have stayed out of that.
That's
And
right.
and I realize now too, everybody's like, oh, Remy was wrong. Pap held her down. It's a reason why Remy did what she did. And it's also a reason why after all of this time, you never heard of anything else happening with Remy. it got to the point where she didn't give a damn, and it was already over.
Yep.
So that's why she felt comfortable to move the way she moved with Easy, and she didn't care because she's been getting disrespected
Yep.
after and taking care of you and covering you so you can look good and we can look good, and this is how you play me. You didn't get a woman on the side who was quiet and played her position. You went and got somebody who's playing in my face. You
Yep.
don't do that. He was sloppy. I was so disappointed in his behavior.
Yeah, you're so right. He was very very sloppy, very shady, and the fact that she had to literally bear the weight. She literally had to be the one looking like she was a cheater because you still got people. I think someone just came in the chat a few minutes ago. She cheated first. No, not according to our math.
She didn't cheat. She didn't cheat first.
Mm-mm.
And I'm gonna tell you something else. Now I believe this for myself. I don't
Mhm.
have any factual about this, but when and I was disappointed in this too when he decided to reveal and say, "Oh, she cheated on me with this other one." Okay, so I think that's BS. She didn't cheat on you, and you knew that your woman has been with women, and you knew from the beginning because Remy is not a fake female. She gonna put it all out on the table and let you know who she dealing with. That wasn't the first time that you realized that she may or may not have had relations with women
Yeah, I didn't
because
believe. I'm
there
not buying that either. That
he
whole
was just
situation
trying to
seemed like
make
a
her
lie.
look bad. He was
Yep.
just trying to make her look bad, but it's not gonna make her look bad because Pap, you've been with Remy how many years? You knew from the beginning, and you didn't have a problem with it. You didn't have a problem with it until you got exposed, and that was your one little, piece of ammunition that you thought you could use against her. It didn't work because nobody cared, but at the same time, everybody kind of knew. And I say this because there was a video. It's been scrubbed off the internet for a long time, and you might have heard about it.
Are you
But
talking
there
about
was a
with her and
video.
Nikki?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I still have that video because I did that video back in like 2018, and everybody was like, "That's not Nikki. That's Nikki.
that
That's
is Nikki.
Nikki."
That was Nikki before the surgery when
Yep.
Nikki was the B girl and she was like slight studdish. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. That was
that's
Nikki.
Nikki. Yeah, like it is what it is. You know what I mean? That's why I say like in New York and in LA, like that's common knowledge. It's just that she wasn't really out there like that, and she probably picked certain ones, but like Pap, you knew. Stop
I
it.
believe that. I believe he knew. He definitely knew. Definitely
Yeah,
did.
and one thing I don't like is when people agree to something and then turn around and use it against you. It's a lot of
And he
men
tried to
who
literally
are
weaponize the whole community against her.
right, and it didn't work, and that's why it didn't work because anybody with common sense that really knows what's going on and what goes on out here knew that you already knew. This ain't nothing new. We already knew. So how the hell you didn't know? Stop it.
Right.
And it's like I hate when people agree to something and then turn around and act like, oh, this was a problem.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree. I definitely agree. Let me pull in Star because Star been waiting for a minute. I'm gonna pull her up here. And Star, you're on line with us. You can go ahead and unmute. Hey, Star. I can't hear you. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a few seconds to speak. All right. Okay, so she's gone. Probably was a troll or something. Anyway, go ahead, girl.
Yep, I just want to thank you. Your commentary on this has been amazing,
Oh,
especially when
thank
you
you.
do the breakdowns because it's a learning opportunity for everybody. And it's not that we are bashing Claressa, but this is a learning experience for a lot of young women because she didn't realize that she was targeted and what she stepped into.
Mm-hmm.
And it also too taught, it's important that when we go through things that we get the healing that we need. Like I feel for her. Like when I saw the interview with her cousin and the things that she was revealing, it made me want to cry because it explained everything. Now I get it, like why she acts the way she does. And it's not okay, but this is what it looks like when you are hurt and you
Yep.
don't get the healing that you need.
Yep.
I don't care what kind of therapy you
She
need to
does.
get, but you need to
She needs
get it.
healing. She needs to be healed. She needs some healing.
And
She needs
she's got no
intense
business
therapy.
being in a relationship with anybody. With anybody, even a good man. She's not ready.
Nope.
A woman
And
like
she
her would
definitely
ruin a
shouldn't
good
be having
man.
no kids right now. She definitely shouldn't be doing that.
Oh no, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Can
She
you
needs to get
imagine the
healing.
toxic traits that she's going to pass down?
And that's not fair either.
No.
And this is part of the problem, that when you look at our people as a whole, this is part of the problem, is that unhealed people became parents. That's
That
basically
is,
what it is.
yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing, like a
You know
lot
what
of
I
people
mean?
talk about what's up, like they'll, throw shade at Remy or whatever. And I'm definitely never saying that she's perfect. But here's what I can say. She done been through it. She done grew through it. And that's a whole woman now. And when I say whole, I mean she's come, she's literally come into her grown woman energy. She's healed, you can tell. Not to say that it's perfect, but she's definitely
Right,
evolved and grown past from the Remy that we knew, you know. And it's evident, and
right.
her growth is so evident.
Yes, especially right now because she is not playing into the foolishness, and yet she's laughing, she's having a good time. She's not allowing it to tarnish who she is and to act out and get pulled into the mess.
Because
She's
baby,
looking
the
like a class
pettiness that she
act.
could be doing, she could be so petty. I do feel
Oh
like
yeah.
that video in the first store was her being petty as fuck though. I really do. Cause I think that, cause remember
And
that
that's
video was
she's got a
muted.
right.
Pardon?
Right. I said she's got the right to.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's her husband. She don't have to play with nobody
Right.
about her husband.
Right.
You know?
Right. And she put the work in and earned, even that, like people are so appalled, like how he bought her a fur coat. And you know what? Clarissa can deny it all she want, but I really I felt such a way for her when she was sitting up there in that damn Louis Vuitton store counting that money with an attitude. And
Looking stupid
like,
as
girl,
hell.
this is pathetic. This is pathetic.
Hey
It
Agnes.
reminded me of the Little Kim, song with Keisha Cole. That was all I could hear playing in the background. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you need to get it together, girl. You done lost your damn mind. It, it's just crazy. And I don't even think that it's nobody cares enough to tell her. I think it's what you said. She don't listen to nobody. People be trying to
Mm-mm.
tell her. She don't
Yeah.
listen.
She definitely don't. She definitely don't. I know can't nobody tell her nothing. And even like this, how she makes is the excuse with Pat. Well, he's older. He don't do social media, baby. He was doing social media. He was doing social
Yes.
media. You're just embarrassing. Like that's the thing. Like the inability to read the room. Let me see. This is Star joining again. Let me see if she'll be able
Okay,
to talk
I'm
now.
gonna mute. Okay.
Star, can you can go ahead and unmute.
Hey, Nyla, can you hear me now?
I can hear you. How are you?
Okay, I'm good. How about yourself? Sorry
I'm
about
doing
that. The
good.
mic
You're
wasn't
fine. Go
working.
ahead, baby. You're fine.
I just wanted to come up and say, and you guys may have already spoken about this, but and I hate to bring kids into it, but I truly feel that the golden child was also one of Pap's ways to secure a bag.
Yeah, that was what we
Remember?
call a anchor baby.
Yeah, because on
Mhm.
Love and Hip Hop, she had went through so much, you know what I mean, trying to conceive, and the fact that he kept pressing the issue. Mind you, he has kids, those that he does not even talk to. So it was
Mhm.
always crazy to me that at that point in her life, especially where she was in her career, where he was trying claimed that he was trying to be in his career, that he was pressing the issue so much about having a kid. Um, so I just want to come up to
No,
say
I agree
that.
with you there. I felt it probably was anchor baby, so that he can anchor himself in your life and your pockets forever. Because
Mhm.
like during that time, yeah, he had got that $1 million deal, but still, it was 7 years before that, and he's still
Right.
talking about it today.
Still talking about
Still
it.
talking about that $1 million deal.
And then a lot of people don't even talk about his daughter, the one who, you know, he's always with. She
Hmm.
seems very opportunistic to me as well because you
Something
cannot
about her
tell me that
energy is weird to
it's
me.
oh, it's definitely I'm going wherever the bag is because you cannot tell
Hmm.
me that this woman was in your life for this long period of time and you're choosing sides. It's a way to just be mutual.
It
You know what I
is.
mean? Like so to me it just also gives that as well, which is really really sad. And like you said,
Hmm.
Remy isn't she's not innocent, right? By all
Hmm.
means, but I just find it really crazy that you just online, Clarissa Shields, stepmama, this, that, and like, girl, this lady was in your life for a long period of time, and she is probably, I would give her some of the reason, like, yeah, your dad is Pap, but I'm pretty sure Remy opened up some doors for her as well.
I'm pretty sure I mean, his kids could only benefit from her because she was the breadwinner. Even like when that video where he was talking about how he held the family down, and if they couldn't get it for Remy, they knew that they could get it from him. But it was her money.
Right, it was her money. And
So,
then, too, now that I'm really thinking about it, I don't know a man. You can be a lover boy all day, but I don't know a man who would go from being in a marriage, mind you, that long
mhm.
to already turning around and being in this public, very public relationship to not a girl talking about y'all about to have a baby to signing contracts, so forth and so on. Like you keep like Pep, it make sense. You keep trying to say that you wasn't on Remy's left titty, but then
Mhm.
you're currently on somebody else's left titty. So when are you gonna be a man and just stand on your own without
When
even being affiliated with
when
anyone? When?
Yep. Do me a
Like,
favor. Alicia, you're still up here? You're
Yes, you
muted.
want me to go
Okay.
down?
No, no, no. I want you guys to drive for a minute because I gotta go pay the water bill, honey. I gotta tinkle. I'm drink all this water.
okay.
I'll be right back.
Yes,
Yeah. So
you definitely brought something to light when you mentioned the daughter, and I also feel like he's harnessing that energy because being that she is a daughter and she is a woman, a young woman, it's like he's attempting to solidify it like, well, my daughter's cool with it, and you see what
mhm.
I'm saying? Like as if to say it's okay, but you and her daughter are damn near the same age. Like,
Right. They
and
are.
it's not a problem with you being an older man, but I have a problem with if you're gonna be an older man and be with a younger woman, guide her and be good to her. Don't take advantage of her and ruin her. That's predatory at that point. Even though she's
But
of age.
yeah, I will say this. I know like people keep saying, well, Clarissa's only 30. Yeah, but she's not, you know what I mean? she is old enough.
Psychologically, she's not 30.
Well, yes, for sure. I agree with that. But anytime this is where I'm gonna always have a problem with. I don't care if Remy cheated on Pap 100 times. At the end of the day, you were in this lady's DMs. So regardless of whatever, you were in this lady DMs. Like that will just never sit well with me. Like you were already plotting and scheming. It's like it's really just mind boggling, to think that I don't know. It's
I
just
think it's
crazy.
pathetic when I watch older people that are supposed to be grown adults sneak. You don't, I tell people all the time, you don't have to sneak. We're
Right.
too grown for that. Sit down. How do you spend over 10 years with a woman? Lay beside her. She cooks your food. You guys live together. You've been in each other's life. You can't sit down and talk to me and tell me the truth. And as women, we're not oblivious to the fact that men are attracted to other women. We're not oblivious to the fact, especially, this is not just a regular woman and man. We're talking about the industry and what takes place in the industry. Remy is not oblivious to the fact that more than likely you have access, and oftentimes a man is only as faithful as his access. So when you have this type of access, things are going to happen. We need to stop being ignorant and lying to ourselves and being delusional about what goes on. I feel like we were raised improperly in regard to how to have relationships in the first place. This whole fairy tale lie that was painted, all of these things are the reason why there's problems in relationships. We need to be honest. But after being with this woman for this long, you couldn't sit down and tell her she had to find out what you had going on. That's a slap in the face.
No, I think
You're
honestly, now that I'm thinking this through, I think that Remy, because the timeline you guys are saying is 2020, I honestly feel like Remy probably knew. And that
She
is the
did.
reason of why
In
she
2020,
went with
you think that she would, because remember, she was going through IVF. She had, like, they had a couple of IVF failures in 2020 during the
all right.
pandemic
I think
because
she
I just can't see her putting herself through, which I've never been through, but I've witnessed a friend go through IVF. It is very
mhm,
taxing. I cannot
it
see a
is.
woman going through that much just to be pregnant and go through all of that if she thought the man was fucking around.
I think she may have had an
Well,
inkling of it. You know what I
but
mean?
he's
She may
done it
not
before,
fully
Nyla.
known.
This is what I'm saying. Like,
Hmm.
and he probably guilted her because sometimes, we
Mhm.
we forget that men trap women too. And he probably guilted her because keep in mind he's got children from other relationships. You're the only woman that ain't gave me a baby. You never know.
I know, but I'm
But
saying,
Oh,
like,
he
by
definitely
then
did
maybe
that.
she had already had a child by then, and so in 2020 the golden child was here already, and they were trying to have the second baby. In fact, they thought that they were pregnant, but I think they did get pregnant, but it failed or something like that because he went and made the announcement that a baby was coming soon, but then he had to go back and take it back. I literally just found this video a couple of days ago. He had to take it back and said he wrongly announced it because she had
Mm.
went and they, how they do the implantation and stuff like that, and he thought it was all good and it failed. So I'm saying, you think that she would get pregnant and go through IVF a second time after all the hell that she caught getting
No.
pregnant the first time? You cheating on me and I'm finna go put my body through this? Women are doing
Yeah,
shit
no.
like
well,
that. That's insane.
I'm just
With those
saying that like
facts.
he's cheated multiple times throughout the marriage though, so that's why I'm
Yeah.
saying it wouldn't be surprising. Like they maybe were on good terms then, and she thought everything was cool, and I think that's what pissed her off. Even
Hmm.
like the birth, they said that she almost passed away the
Mhm.
first time when she gave birth to the golden child. So it's like as a woman when you go through all of that and you've been there with this man, you've forgiven him, you guys have went through your ups and downs, and you think everything's cool, and then you find this out. I think that's probably why she didn't give a damn if who found out about Easy the block captain. She was
Hmm.
doing her thing.
Oh, for sure.
No, that's what I was about to say. I do think, now, Nyla, you made a point. She probably did not know. Yeah, definitely. I can't foresee her going through that again. But I do ultimately feel like that's why it was kind of like, okay, the whole thing with Clarissa. So yeah, I'm gonna go for somebody that's close in proximity to me. And I don't care that he may not appear to have as much as these other rappers that I'm around. I'm just gonna go get whomever. Because yeah,
No,
you didn't
I don't
embarrass
I
me and
don't
you
think
didn't.
it was whomever. I think it was when I listened to her speak about him, I don't think it was a whomever. I think when you're vulnerable, but when somebody speaks to your heart and they move you in such a way that you feel like you can be comfortable with them, I think, like so many of us women do, you can put aside certain flaws, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. It's not always about looks. And this is why people couldn't understand, like, of all the men, why would she be with him? It's not about looks, it's about how you treat me. She
Well,
needed to be listened to.
the thing is with that, the reason why I say that is because I feel like whomever, because at this point, I don't care. I just want to get away from you. But mind you, Easy the Black Captain was coming out pillow talk, you know what I mean, pillow talking. He was feeding stuff to the blog, so he ain't, you know what I mean. He not what
No,
all
yeah,
he
he
cracked up to be
exposed
either.
himself too. Right.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so
But
yeah,
he
so I
played
think
on
she
her
just went for whomever.
vulnerabilities, and he had access to her because of the fact that they worked together.
Yeah.
He probably never would have gotten that if he wouldn't have had that access to her. They probably wouldn't have never gotten close like that, and it wouldn't have never happened. But oftentimes, we're spiritual people having a human experience, and it's about environment and access. Because
This is
there's a
true.
lot of men that would have been attracted and probably wanted to be with Remy, but she wasn't fooling with them because she already know the games they play. She wasn't going to put herself out there like that, but she was vulnerable and he had access. They worked closely together. They started spending time together. They're always talking. This is how things happen, and it was easy for her to let her guard down and lower some boundaries when your husband is not handling his business, and he's hurt you more times than a few.
Yeah.
You stop giving a damn.
Yeah. Yeah. Swagger Jacker says so Pap got 3 daughters and 1 son. Um, isn't it no, it would be 4 daughters, right? Isn't
I
it
think
four
it's three.
daughters? Is it three?
I,
Okay, because it's
yep,
the
three.
two that that every but I thought that there was the other daughter that he had with the quote unquote side chick.
Oh well, including that child, then yeah.
So 4 daughters,
And
like
then two
why would you
sons
want to
technically.
be why would you I don't understand why a young woman with no kids will want to be caught up in that shit.
Because it's the persona when you think you're getting a good man.
Do you really think that she thinks that
Yeah,
she's getting there's no way she can
she
think
Yes.
that
did
this is a good
because
man.
she did because keep in mind she revealed it, and that's how I felt like she had a plan all along, and that's why I have a problem with you. If you She revealed that she had a crush on Pat. She used to watch the show. She felt like because of the branding and the marketing, and they made Pap look like the stand-up dude, a lot of women fell for that. Like, oh, this the kind of man I want. She fell in love with the illusion and the fantasy. And
Well,
always too,
furthermore, the obsession. Some women go after the man because of the obsession with the woman. Mind you, she was in Remy's DMs first.
Exactly.
So I literally think she was just obsessed.
I feel like a lot of
Yeah.
her obsession, a lot of this is she wants to prove the bloggers wrong. She thinks we're, she's got an axe to grind with us, but also she wants to prove that she's got Cap in a way that Remy doesn't. She really, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even think that it's about love at this point. I don't think it's about anything. It's about proving a point. This woman loves and
It's
needs
all
validation.
ego.
It is. It's
I
It's
all
all
agree.
ego.
ego.
All
Hmm.
ego.
Yeah, I think she will definitely die on the hill of, you know what I mean, doing anything to say,
Trying to make
look,
this work because she doesn't want to
yeah,
let go and accept the fact that she screwed up. She's not
yeah.
gonna let go until she has to, and that's what's so scary because it's not gonna end well. And that's another reason why I'm looking at him sideways, because this ain't gonna end well. Like, it's getting even more volatile, and you're still gonna sit here and play this out. And that's how he has a plan, and it's not about love and relationship.
Well,
Hmm.
he don't care. The thing is, he don't care. Even his post earlier, it said something to the effect of he's been able to live out all his wildest dreams. Yeah, you feel you
So
feel
a
that
new
way.
baby in 2026 is not included in that because he's already been there, done that.
Yeah, but furthermore,
Absolutely.
What if Pap had
because
a
now,
vasectomy? Something is telling me Pap might have had a
mm,
vasectomy. I
I
don't know
wouldn't be
why I keep thinking
surprised.
that.
But I think a part of that is, yeah, now you're really getting 20% because my Remy said she wasn't going for it.
Right.
Even back on 11 Hip Hop days, she was begging him like, I don't even want you to be my manager. I just want you to be my husband.
Mm.
So yeah, now you are living out your dreams. You can be the
Mhm.
manager that you always wanted to be, and you're getting 20%. And now this is your retirement plan because mind you, you are closer to 60 than you are to 30.
We
Right.
see you, Georgia.
So
We see you, honey. I think she wasn't
I,
sure if
I
she
don't
was
I
seeing the
don't
chat.
even think that he's mad about having a kid because again, that's just securing another bag.
Exactly. Exactly. So, what are our predictions on how this breakup is going to happen?
Ooh, I don't know. I just pray that it doesn't end volatile where somebody gets hurt, because as much as everybody laughs at the foolery that's taking place, I just don't feel like she's gonna take it very well. And I just pray that you know someone is able to intervene, or the most high God intervenes, and this girl don't lose it and do something crazy.
There's going to have to be
Because
an intervention.
yeah, she has made this so public that when when it hits the fan, it's not going to end well. It could send her spiraling, and I don't want to see that.
I don't
I
think
don't.
anybody
Yeah,
wants to see
Because
that, but I also think that that's the setup for it all to happen. Pap is very cunning,
it is.
right? He's very cunning. He knows exactly what
mhm.
he's doing. Her with these weird ass crash outs, he knows that this embarrassing behavior is making him look bad. It kind of reminds me of, like, did you see the situation that happened with Derek Jackson's wife, right? When
Right.
that
Yes.
situation first happened, we were like, we was all on top of the drags. Like, this dirty bastard, he did all this, right? But the more you start to pay attention to his wife, and I had said this in my first video when I started realizing that something was, a little bit off. I said, her performances are going to make it to where people are going to start to empathize with him and be like,
Mhm.
okay, I kind of see why, he did this, right? His wife is a little, and I'm not saying that he didn't contribute to her acting crazy or whatever, but I think she's had some mental health issues for the whole time. Papoose is got the perfect stage because we all see it. Everybody is saying that she's unhinged. Everybody sees her behavior. Everybody sees how embarrassing she is, even down to like the little things like the plate. when she
Oh
gave him that
God.
plate with the bread and like, girl, you know what I'm saying? So when he does break loose with her, first of all, he's gonna have a story to tell. He's gonna be able to go on a podcast tour because there's gonna be lots of details. She will too, right? But she's not gonna have any credibility because she's the one that's already painted herself as the damn fool. So everybody's gonna
And he set
understand
her
when he
up
leave.
lovely.
Yes, he did. He set her up. It's
So
perfect.
his behavior is gonna be justified.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're calling Remy a narcissist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When he really
My
is.
But
yeah. I was just gonna say my predictions are that there was like one post she did where she was saying, Pap keep asking me about getting in the gym and I'm tired. I just want to chill out. I just want to sit down. So my predictions are he's not going to be able to work her. She's going to keep bringing up and pressing the issue about this baby thing. She's not going to she's going to attempt to not fulfill these contractual obligations by having this baby. He ain't going to be able to work her like I did Tina. And I predict that that's going to be where the clashing starts. Because she's going
Hmm.
to then start to see that, oh, this ain't love. He's trying to literally work me.
No, I mean, at the end of the day, she is an employee. As much as she likes to say
Yep.
that he's not her management, he is a part of the management team. Isn't he like, didn't he get like a promotion or something at Win Records? Did I see that today? Let me look and see. I think Pap has like kind of stepped up into a different position there. So either way it
Mm.
goes, she's making him money.
So a bigger percentage now.
absolutely.
Let me
Right.
see. Which
Yeah.
essentially is making Remy money.
Yeah. Because let me
Hello.
add to that. It's one, like, she is still the baby part of it I get because, she's not get per se with him, but get because she's a woman, she's 30, she's growing. But a part of her wanting to have that baby is healing her trauma from her childhood. And he, yeah, it's I as a
And
woman,
also
I
to
don't want to see that for
solidify
anyone.
connection to him.
Yeah,
Yes.
I I think it's
Most
like
importantly.
maybe 20% about that, but I think it's more so about trying to have a child to, you know, from her traumatic experiences as a
Because she'll feel
child. And
like that child is the only one that will love her for her, truly.
mm-hmm. And yeah, and Pap
Yeah.
not I think he in it. Well, we know he in it for all the wrong reasons. Because again, what man would go from a very long term marriage to then turn around and being in something so serious again? Like you've committed your whole life to relationships. When are you gonna stand as a man
Well, and then
outside of that?
here's the bottom line. And I say this as a woman of mature age, right? I love my husband and I believe our marriage is very healthy, right? But if the worst case scenario happened and we didn't work out, I don't want to get married again. And that's not because
And
I'm
see,
anti, like, I don't want to put that. Who wants to dedicate?
That's
I've been married
work.
for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? You get to this age, baby, I don't want to know nobody else. I don't want to learn anybody else. I don't want to cook another steak. I don't want, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So like,
exactly.
why do you
Yeah.
really believe that Pap really wants to be learning someone that's first of all got to grow the fuck up, right? Because
Facts.
she's hella immature. He like his
Right.
children are more mature than she is. So
Mhm.
like, why would he
A-
even want to
And
do that
it
unless it was attached to some money?
That's it.
right.
Which that's not gonna keep him faithful either. I hope she knows.
Oh
She gon'
no. He's
she gonna
already
learn.
cheating. Remy told him. And then Tasha exposed the girl, the credit repair lady, and she even posted something online when him and Claressa were out of town together. She was there too. And
Oh yeah,
Claressa
she
just
did.
not
She
paying
did.
attention.
When she went to Africa, when he went to Africa, and then there was someplace else that he went and she was there. Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mixtress Monica. Thank you
It's
so very much for the super chat. She said, somebody tell Claressa to stop using metal utensils on nonstick pan. That was getting on my nerves so bad. It was, I mean, she be tearing that Teflon the fuck up. Like, she tears that shit up.
Eating heavy
Eating with your
metals as
mouth
if you need,
open.
ooh, smacking.
Right, it's
Baby, you talk
Hawaii.
about all that money. If you don't invest in yourself and go to charm school and media training, that's what you need to be doing. And really, if you're gonna manage her, Pap, that's what you need to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
She needs media training.
Fuzzy said that's why she
Back in
want to
the
sue her.
day, you were not doing interviews. If you didn't know how to represent yourself well and to speak well, you didn't do interviews. You did meet and greets and they were rushing you off to the back.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to be
Absolutely.
offline.
She
Take the
does.
phone.
She
No,
does.
you can't go live. Absolutely not. I would put it in the contract. You're going to get fined every time you go live.
But
How can we
that's,
get you branding deals and you're out here embarrassing your own brand?
she
This is
claims she has a
crazy.
team though. She claims she has a team, and if she does, she needs to fire them because they're not. They're
They
they're,
all
they're
should be
not.
fired. And you know what? Everybody was clowning Shalita, but Shalita laid it all out and she said it. Every last one of them need to be fired because they are not handling any business. They're just collecting a check and being parasites and mooching off of her. It's sad. And we've seen this story all too many times.
Yes, we have, child. Yes, we have. But look, y'all got anything else on it? Because I'm feeling a little snacky. I need to get me a snack and finish editing.
No, thank you
Yeah.
for
No,
allowing me to
thank
come
you
up.
so
Y'all have a good
much.
night.
I appreciate you guys coming up. Y'all were fun and funny and definitely added to the conversation. I definitely appreciate it. I hope you guys come back again.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Have a
I'm a
good
new
night.
member now.
Hey, now, we in a relationship, girl. Okay.
Yes,
All
yes.
right. Okay.
You
So
guys
I will
have a
see you.
lovely evening.
You too, baby. You too.
Bye
All
bye.
right. Okay, vibers, look, I am going to fix the video from earlier that I screwed the audio up on and get ready for tomorrow. We definitely gonna have Shalita on tomorrow, so we're gonna be lit. Keep them notifications on. I'm gonna start doing a morning show. So be on the lookout for that. And we are going to start the psychological breakdown on No Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. So be on the lookout for that. I appreciate all of you. Thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up. Barely, like at one point we had 1,000 people in here. We only have 498 likes. Like the video, hype the video if you like it. I will see you guys later. Y'all be cool. See you guys tomorrow. Let's get ready to get into this mess. All right. Good night. Bye bye.